welcome back to TGTV, and more specifically, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my throne room. Before we get going today, I'm off to go and meet someone very interesting and jump on a business-related podcast. More to be revealed on that when I get to my destination. But on the business topic, this video is brought to you with Squarespace. From online stores to marketing tools and analytics, Squarespace is the perfect place to build a beautiful online presence and run your business. Now, what does that actually mean? It basically means if you are building a website, be it for a passion project or a business, use Squarespace to enable you to build that website and smash your online goals. Do excuse the teddy up there, that's because Chris savages this thing, so I have to keep it out of his reach. Anyway, if you are building a website, and you definitely should be using Squarespace, use my code below because you will save 10% off your first website. It's really, really important you use that code. It is a link in the pinned comment and in the description. There are a few tools that I just want to touch on very, very quickly before we get on with the video, just to tantalize you and tease you a little bit into why Squarespace are the best in the business. Their email marketing tools are fantastic. I use that actually myself with Grow Watch Club and classic giveaways and actually CCN and other bits and bobs that I do. Their subscription model is also really, really key. Again, I use that with CCN. So I have first-hand experience of that. And they also allow you to build your website for mobile optimization very easily as well. It literally is super, super simple because most people these days view websites on their mobile phone. And there's nothing worse than seeing a website that is desktop only on your phone and scrolling around and zooming and all that nonsense. No one's got time for that. Anyway, there's way more to it than that. Get onto the Squarespace website, have a little nose around, and when you're ready, use the code below, the link below even. TGTV is the code, but if you use the link below, that's the easiest way to go about it. That'll take you straight through to the website. For now, let's go and meet a little guest of mine, although I've been a guest on his podcast, and then we're going to go into what on earth is going on with my garage. Hello, and welcome back to TGTV, and more specifically, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to actually the top floor of Joe Macari. The reason I'm up here is I've just been on CEO Cast. Look at that. Yep. Here we go. Here. So most of you will know the podcast already. You've had some very well-known guests. You've had Mr. Tate, amongst others, on there.
Your business partners, of course.
My business partners, the CCN boys, they've all been on there. So that podcast will be out very shortly. It will not be out when this one's out, because this video, I think, is going live tonight. So
yeah, I can't edit this tonight.
and churn it out. So yeah, anyway, we're going to have a little tour around Joe Macari, and then I'm going to go into a garage update. I'm going to give you all my questionable pearls of wisdom on the market. What is going on in the car market? Am I worried? Why have I sold so many cars? What cars actually remain in the garage? And what is coming? We've got lots to get into. My SLS is outside, so let's have a little waffle around Joe Macari first, get that retention up, and then we will get going. So the guys are very busy in here, so I'm not going to waffle on too much, but every time I come here, I'm amazed by what they've got. So ping the camera around, let's have a look. So it's not really enough to have one MC12 these days. Joe Macari, they've got two. Made famous by, made famous for many reasons, and definitely not actually made famous, but it did appear in obviously the 50 Cent window shopper video. I think he was driving around Monaco in one of these. May well be this actual car, but don't quote me on that. There's actually three of them if you include the racing variant here as well. You've got a 599 GTO in triple layered yellow. That is beautiful. It is a lefty. Actually, isn't it a Aperta? Yes, it's an Aperta. Even rarer. Ridiculous. Let's have a little look round then. We've got Portofino, MC20. We've got a Merc Roadster. But over here, I mean, when they cordon stuff off in Joe Macari, you know it's special. This particular car, I believe, is valued at around 50 million. 50. It's a 250 GTO, all original car, load of race heritage. This is as good as it gets. Classic Ferrari-wise. I mean, that is a joke. And we've got that there as well. And at the risk of getting the name wrong, I'm not going to go for it. Got California there, I believe. I mean, this place is a mecca. I just can't get my head around how they've got this level of value in a showroom. It's crazy. This is actually a really cool car. The full specs on their site, but it's an old Porsche, but with a massive difference. These are coming back in a big way. Remember, you had it first. All around here we've got a gaggle of FFs. These are beautiful cars, and I think the design is a lot more cohesive than the Lusso, obviously being Pininfarina. That is why we've got Grigio Silverstone, I believe, with tan interior. Very nice. Another 599 GTO there. This Cobra that's just come in, You can't get much more fun for the money than this. This is actually built by Super Performance, a very well-known name in this world. That's actually just come in, so by the time that this video comes out, it may well have gone. That is so good. We've got Testarossa here. Joe Macario is actually the ones that sold my Testarossa. I'm actually filming with the Testarossa soon to explain about what actually went on with all of that. 512. Lamborghini Diablo, I think that's the VT. I think the roof comes off that one. Manual car, very, very rare. I've obviously got a Countach as well. That may well be the anniversary edition. I don't actually know. I'm a complete idiot and I've probably got half the cars wrong. This car here, I think it's just come in, blacked out 812. It looks very, very, very well in this kind of scheme. And it's actually very well priced. So this is still here by the time the video goes out. Jump on the Joe Macario website and get involved with that. Black 812, I mean, oh my God, that is good. And you've also got a 458 Spider here as well. I believe this might actually be my old car. This might actually be the car that I had. I think it is. I think this is a former TGE 458 Spider. I can vouch for this car. It's unbelievable. I took ages trying to find a nice one. When I traded out of my Lusso that I couldn't sell, I spent ages and ages trying to find a nice 458, a clean 458. And this is what I happened upon. I ended up having to sell it straight away because I needed the money back from the Lusso, and I only got this just to release the funds out of the Lusso. But yeah, very nice. That's just landed here, I didn't realise that. There's a 430 Scud here, and we've got a Reventon Roadster. I remember when this came out, it was on Top Gear, and I couldn't believe the interface. It was like a fighter pilot, it's a cockpit over on Top Gear. It's probably one of the best looking Lambos they've ever made, and that was obviously the kind of the preface to the Aventador that came out first, I believe. Wow. Time then to jump in the SLS and let's have a little chat about things whilst we go for a drive. Let's get going then. First things first, you might have seen in that startup shot, if I remember to put it in, the service is overdue on this car by 15 days. I haven't actually driven it in about a month or two, but it's booked in for service, the point at which I'm filming this video, tomorrow. And I'm actually filming, Raheem's just there, saying bye to him. He's very nice, yellow M4. I'm actually filming a campaign with IWC in the morning of actually dropping this off at service in the afternoon. So you will see a really cool campaign with IWC very soon, surrounding, well, you'll see on my Instagram. Oh, this is where I really don't like this car. When you're poking through a gap and you realise you've got 2 meters, ooh, 550 Barchetta letting me out. I don't know if anyone saw that. Yeah, so it's actually going for a service, so don't tell me off the fact my service is overdue by 2 weeks. I haven't been driving it, and it's booked in. So shut up, basically. Garage update then. Where are we? The Testarossa is gone. We know that. That went a month or two ago. That actually sold within 4 hours of going online. That sold instantly. And actually, Macari have got another one that's up at 200. So the market on Testarossas is spiking. So maybe I got out too early, whatever, I needed the cash. My Murcielago, that is under offer. That has, to all intents and purposes, gone at Baytree. It's just waiting for some new tyres from Pirelli because they don't, the tyres aren't that common on those. They're quite hard to get hold of. So just waiting for some new tyres, but that is gone, the Murcielago. So you can stop DMing me, asking me for that car. It's gone. My green 992 Turbo S, that went a little while ago. I do apologise for that. But my brown 997 Turbo is now public. I've had that car at this point for about 6 weeks, and I've been desperately trying to hide it and driving it around without a private plate on it to keep it undercover. And my GT3 Touring is in the country. Right now when I'm filming, my GT3 Touring has landed in the country, and the reveal video for that will be very, very soon. So that is all very exciting. Car plans then. I do want an SF90. I do want one. I agreed a deal on one recently, and then I remembered I needed money, so I don't know what I was playing at doing that. The particular car in question was 565 grand list price, and the vendor wanted 390 for it. So they've fallen out of bed in a very, very beneficial way to someone like me who wants one, because they're not hoping hell I would have been paying 560 grand for one. But sub 400, they are stonking cars. So I do want an SF90. I just need to get this next thing across the line, this big expensive thing that I keep talking about that I haven't actually told what anyone is yet. I did actually get someone telling me off the other day. I got someone in my DMs rather rudely telling me, stop dragging it out, stop going on about it, tell us what it is and get on with it, kind of thing. When I finally come clean as to what it is, you'll realise why it's taken so long. And actually, if anyone's looked at the economy recently, at what's going on with various economic factors and the way banks are and lenders and stuff like that, you might work out why it's taken longer than expected. So if that was you watching this, I already told you to shut up again. So yeah, other plans for the garage in the future then, other than an SF90, which I'm not even 1,000,000% convinced on. I'd just be doing it for the channel, really. I wouldn't be doing it for me. I'd just be doing it just to get an aggressive spec Assetto Fiorano pack SF90. Other things that I want down the line, I would quite like another Aventador S. I know that's awful to say. I'm kind of chasing my tail a little bit, but I'd love another Aventador S, particularly a Roadster, so if I can pick up a nice one of those, or an 812 Superfast. I would quite like one of those. So we'll see what happens. All to play for. There are some surprises too coming, and classic giveaways. We're going to start ramping it up and doing about a car every single week on there. So do stay tuned for what we've got coming. We will aim to start scaling up and do the occasional aggressive car. Ferraris are not off the menu for classic giveaways. They're not off the menu at all. We've got our eye on a couple of different models and of course some more Porsches. So lots going on this end. I've been a bit absent on YouTube and I can only apologise for that. I've just been extremely busy doing Instagram bits and bobs, working on some cool campaigns, loads of adverts, and actually just trying to scale my businesses really. I've just obviously done that podcast with Raheem on CEO Cast. I realise I'm not a CEO, but that's the name of the podcast. Which will be quite interesting, give you guys a little bit of insight as to what I've been up to and what I've been a busy bee. But yeah, I've got a few buns in the oven. Obviously, Grail Watch Club, classic giveaways, and IntelliPost and storage. They are 4 businesses that I really want to kind of scale and grow over the next few months, and we'll be potentially looking for staff on some of those pretty soon. So do keep your eyes peeled as I try and scale those businesses over the next sort of few months into 2023. I'd be lying if I said I wanted to make vlogs every other day for the rest of my life. I would quite like to build my businesses and, you know, sell out of a few of them over the next few years and kind of semi-retire. That's kind of where I want to be. That's where my brain is at the moment. I don't want to be a car reviewer and stand gobbing off about cars solely for the rest of my life. So we'll see. We'll see what goes on with it all, guys. It's all to play for. I really don't know at this point in time. It's been a strange old year, and I think next year is going to be fairly strange as well. I'm not that doom and gloom about various markets, but I do think it'll be slightly strange, or maybe just a return to normality, which is going to seem strange, I think, after the past couple of years we've had. Back to cars then. I still have my 992. I still have my G50 Targa, the 1987 G50 Targa. I still have my Carrera GT. I still have my 997 GT3 RS. I still quite clearly have my SLS. I don't have. No, I'm not going to tell you about that. I still have a Range Rover. My Polestar is still around. My M3 is still around. That is actually probably missing. Probably need to tax that. Or put it sawn actually, because I haven't driven it for a while. That's more just kind of a TG artifact, that car, but I would like to get out in it at some point. And obviously my GT3 Touring is landing very soon as well. So the garage has seen a bit of a shift, and you know me, I'm prone to doing things that have no planning and make no sense. So we will see what happens over the coming months. 2023, I'll be back to buying cars like they're going out of fashion. It's going to be a return to form. It's going to be business as usual, but for the time being, I need to just stop being a prat, basically. All right, and hopefully at some point in 2023 my Invisalign will be done. For now, guys, I'll catch you very, very soon. See ya.